Hey y'all, what's up? This is Vandal. We are back with ODDio3. This is episode 5 of the show. And today we got a special guest to discuss women in Web3, none other than Pandu Sastrowardoyo. How are you doing, Pandu?
Hi, Vandal. I'm doing great. And you?
That's awesome. I'm doing great as well. Thank you for being a guest on the show. And I know that, we've known each other for a little while already. So
Mhm.
I would like to just share some of the things that we know about you with the audience. So please introduce yourself.
Sure. Sure. My name is Pandu Sastrowardoyo. I'm decentricity on most platforms. I'm a Web3 person. I don't know how to categorize myself. I founded several companies in the crypto and blockchain space. First company I founded was in 2017, which was Blockchain Zoo, and then I co-founded Blocksphere. We did a ton of projects. We're still doing a ton of projects. Currently, we're focusing on like the Near and Polkadot ecosystem at the moment. Well, Substrate ecosystem. Yeah, I used to be I used to be sort of like a more corporate before I did crypto. So I was in IBM. I was actually an IBMer for around 6 years. Tried to convince my friends at IBM to go with blockchain technology even before they came into blockchain, before they had that Hyperledger Fabric thing. But at the end of the day, I left IBM. Well, I'm going all over the place, but like, yeah, I'm a Web3 person. I used to do the infra stuff. So I used to literally like configure servers and whatnot. So a lot of my sort of like Twitter presence is actually very focused on Linux instead of crypto, which is super weird. But yeah, I set up a lot of the servers and also the validators for my projects. And I founded a lot of my projects, DeBio, RealityChain, and Myriad, my current 3 projects, and Nestor City. I created those concepts together with a bunch of my friends, and yeah, we're easiest way to actually categorize myself, I just realized, is that I'm a builder. I'm a Web3 builder through and through, in it for the tech, all that, for real. So that's me.
Awesome. And okay, so since our topic is women in Web3, and you're an early adopter in the space, maybe you can talk about your experiences getting into the space as a woman. How was the scene around Web3 at the time? Were there other women around? How was your journey?
This is interesting because in 2017 there was hardly any people in Web3, like Web3 crypto. We were a minority back then, and since I was like one of the people who actually co-founded the Indonesian Blockchain Association, I didn't mention this earlier. I co-founded this. So we were able. So I was able to help define the culture, so to speak, especially where I came from, which is Indonesia. So Web3 women in Indonesia is actually, I think, a lot more common than the rest of the world. For example, the chairwoman of the Indonesian Blockchain Association is a woman now. And a lot of the representatives of the crypto companies in Indonesia and the exchanges are women. By representatives, I mean like C-level representatives that talk to the government. So this is, I think it's sort of like, I wouldn't credit myself for actually accomplishing that, but the coincidence that I was actually there at the beginning meant that I was able to sort of like push the culture, at least in Indonesia, towards basically more being more female friendly. And yeah, I mean, in the context of like internationally, of course, like it's a bit different. I've I've noticed there's not a lot of women in the space internationally. It might be different now, I guess, but like even now, it's like I don't see a lot of women tech people, like actual builders. Most of the women in crypto are influencers and marketers, which is okay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But I wish we were able to see more people, like more women in tech. I've seen a lot of kick-ass women in tech. I've seen a lot of women in tech in near. They're doing a lot of cool stuff. They're just not at the forefront. They're not forefront. Not showing themselves. They should, because it will inspire more women. I like Chrissy Moynihan, the lady who runs a lot of the miners from the early days. Like a lot of those early OG women are out there and inspiring people. So I think in particular the near ecosystem needs to actually show their women. Like we have a lot of, I like within my own projects, I have a bunch of women that whom I wish would show themselves more. Like my CTO at DeBio is a woman. My lead project manager at Myriad is a woman. And a lot of people who are building RealityChain are women. So why not? But anyway, I'm going all over the place again. I'm sorry. You should stop me when I do this. But yeah, I think my experiences differ, whether nationally in Indonesia and internationally. And I think the international experience could be better if more women basically show themselves and show themselves as builders, be part of this ecosystem.
Yeah, and you mentioned the differences between your local experience and your international experience. You've had a lot of opportunities and spent a lot of time outside of Indonesia, traveling around, being a part of different conferences, being in different places in the world and connecting with Web3 communities there. How do you see, how do you see those communities encouraging more women to enter the space, especially around the building side?
Okay, that's something that I am also trying to find out. I think the way we do it is one, inspiring people, like having people who are already building, having women who are already building, inspire other women. Because of course, like that actually helps, like every time. Like if you see someone who is like you, you're more likely to do things that are basically similar to that person. So like there are role models there that need to be sort of brought up. And I'm not talking about, I don't know, the more corporate side of blockchain only, like I'm not gonna mention names, but like there's a lot of names out there that are only in the space because they're part of a giant company that's trying to get into blockchain. I'm talking about female entrepreneurs. I'm talking about like women, like hackers. Like I'm thinking about on-chain sleuths. What the international community can do, and what any community can do, is focus basically on finding like the merits, finding women who have merits to speak. So what I don't like, okay, let me just like answer this in another way. What I don't like about a lot of the current events are that there are some women-only spaces, or like exclusionary spaces, where it's just like the women speakers, and it's always very iffy because like you go to a lot of these panels, right? You can identify which of the panels are like, where people have something to say, which speakers have merit and which speakers do not. In my opinion, a lot of the panels out there are, because probably it's for a good intention. They're trying to ensure that there's more women in the events, and they bring on women who don't have their expertise do not lie in that topic of the panel, and that's caused a lot of, like, honestly, cringe moments. So what I think should be done is actually recognize the actual women in Web3 who are building, who are focusing on the I keep talking about the tech because I'm in the tech, but legal stuff, for example, like I saw, like, one of the most kick-ass women, one of the most kick-ass crypto lawyers I know is actually a woman. One of the most kick-ass technical writers I know is actually a woman, and I think we should basically show how much of a hero, like, they are for the community. That's We do that for a lot of the guys. We, for some reason, it's either women not being, like, thought of as these kinds of heroes, or these women do not want to show themselves, which is actually kind of sad in of itself. But yeah, I mean, push women to speak on their expertise, bring them on stage, yes, but only on their merits. Don't artificially inflate the number of women speakers just because you have to meet a quota. But at the same time, find women, because they're out there, they're in these projects, find women to speak.
And how do you think we could encourage more women to enter the space on the technical side as builders or coders or infrastructure developers?
That's actually okay. So here's the thing. Like, in Asia, like, you're in Asia, I'm in Asia. Like, a lot of women are coders. There's not a lot of stigma, at least in Indonesia. There's not a lot of stigma towards actually a woman going into computer science. So it's obviously, basically, at least in Asia, it's obviously not the fact that there are no good women computer scientists or no good women developers. It's just a matter of actually being interested in crypto. Now, I think there is an issue with crypto being perceived as more degen than other industries that you go into. And thus, like, women who go into tech don't go into crypto just because it seems like it's first of all, it looks risky. Second, it's just like filled with, like, just jokes and memes. Here's the thing, women can meme too. It's just sometimes our memes are kind of different. So my advice to the women out there, I mean, don't try to, like, the only way you can actually be part of this is actually be part of this. Like, ignore, like, you know, ignore the hentai memes. They will always be there. Like, you follow them for the alpha. Like, there's a bunch of really respectable Twitter characters out there who are really good at either trading or, like, the tech part of crypto, and they meme all the time. And a lot of these memes are, like, in some circles would be considered, like, misogynist or whatever. Now, that's the thing. A lot of women don't have the thick skin required to actually do that. Like, because, like, this is I'm speaking very generally, I'm speaking very statistically, but a lot of women don't have the kind of, like, you know, meme understanding to be embedded in these communities. But that's actually sad. That's actually the way this culture is run. The culture of crypto is crypto Twitter and wassies and miladies and people making fun of each other. So my point is, there's not a lot of women developers in crypto not because of their skills. There's a lot of skills, like, the women have a lot of skills in computer science. The issue is always that crypto is actually sort of like a boys' club. It looks like a bunch of guys, teenage guys, making fun of each other, but that's fine. that's just part of the game. That's just part of like okay. Have you seen the new Bored Apes game? Not new. This was like a few months old. We have a winner already. Dookie Dash, right? Dookie Dash is the theme. The themes of this game. If you haven't seen it, just see the trailer. There's a monkey who's like had like a huge atomic. I don't know if I can say this. Huge atomic dookie, basically. An accident in the toilet, and everyone's actually chasing for the key that he pooped out. That's juvenile. That's also part of crypto. That's also part of crypto. That's also part of the culture. You ape in. Everything is shit. You go goblin mode. It's not very feminine. But if you're a developer in the space, you take it. You use that to build weird and good stuff. And I think there is like sort of like I don't know, this is conspiratorial or whatever, but it might be a way to gatekeep. It might be a way to like, oh, let this be like just for us goblins and apes and like I can't say that word and bastards here. So no girls are gonna come in. It might be that. It might be, but the thing is, there's a lot of women in this space who have a lot to contribute, and a lot of them are forced to hide behind like animal profile pictures, cartoon profile pictures, just because they're girls. I know like 5 different women like who are friends with me, who follow me on Twitter, who I follow on Twitter, who are animals on like who are cartoon animals on Twitter because they're women. But yeah, but that's the internet, right? That's so I'm going off on a tangent here, but like this is important. Like a few I guess a few years ago when we were younger, like during the time of like 4chan, and there was a meme, like 4chan still exists, but like this was during the early days of 4chan. There was a meme that says there are no women on the internet, or there are no girls on the internet, right? It was one of the rules, one of the great internet rules, and it sounds misogynistic now. Like a lot of people would say that, oh, what the heck, right? But the thing is, it wasn't misogynistic because it doesn't mean that, okay, no, like there are obviously girls on the internet. Girls are obviously accessing the internet, right? But there are no girls on the internet because there are no guys either. Everyone are just names on a screen, maybe a profile picture. And that actually transcends everything. When you're a girl offline, you have a few things going for you. If, like, you know, like just me being a girl talking about tech, talking about blockchain in a conference, that attracts people, man. That attracts people a lot more than if I was like I don't know, some dude with a beard. As a girl talking about like the intricacies of what my product does, I look better. I mean, I'm sorry. That's just a fact. Now, but there are no girls on the internet. We're all on the same level playing field. If you want to, like, the only way you can basically be a girl on the internet is to show your tits, and that reduces you to something less. So that is a philosophy that I've always basically, like, I've engraved it in my liver, is what the Japanese say. I take heed of it. That's how women should act on. Like, I'm not saying that you should all pretend to be you know, cartoon animals. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that don't focus on the gender. Your task is to come into this culture, to this entire weird crypto culture, and yes, not show your tits, but show your merits. Like, show what you can do.
Let's switch gears for a minute and talk a little bit about metaverse stuff. And you know, from our conversations, you have a rich history with the metaverse. And I'm imagining that history led you to building RealityChain.
Mhm.
So can we talk a little bit about that, your history in metaverse and sort of what led you to RealityChain and what you're currently doing?
So, wait, that's actually connected to the no reels on the internet thing. Obviously, I started the metaverse. Like I started getting on the metaverse during like this Second Life times, right? Like, and it was awesome, right? Because like, yeah, yes, there's still no girls on the internet, but like now you can be like anything. Like you can be a furry, you can be that the creativity, that level of creativity was what drew me into Second Life, of creating yourself, of recreating yourself, of recreating your house, your buildings, buying places, creating your own universe. And that brought me into like I spent, I don't know, 7 years in Second Life. I was an owner of like one of the most, I guess at that time, like it was one of the most popular museums in Second Life. It was the Museum of Computing. Um and uh and one day, it was 2017, I just left IBM. I think I just left IBM. When was the bear market that time? So there it was a bear market. I forgot, was it 2017 or 2018? I just left IBM. It was a bear market. I was trying to save up, so I actually stopped subscribing to Second Life, um, in the hopes of being able to restart it again in the future, right? And then when I tried restarting it again, I wasn't able to. Like I the subscription lapsed, and I lost all of my land. But the crazy thing about this is like this piece of land, like I had like five or something, like so I don't care about the other four, but like this one, the Pico Vista Museum of Computing, was still there. It was still up. It wasn't owned by anyone. It was, I think it was owned by Linden Labs, not owned by anyone, as in no user per se, and they're still using it to get visitors. Like, maybe not deliberately, I don't know, but like when I search for that name, there's like a blog post of people reviewing it. So it's still sort of like a destination in Second Life, but I don't own it anymore. I can't edit it. I tried emailing them. I tried a lot of things, to get back ownership. I even created a new user account and said that, and sent basically a customer service request. They never answered. And that's actually sort of like the aha moment, that like I've of course I've been in the crypto space for much longer than 2017, but like that's the aha moment in terms of, hey, you know what, once if we're going to be like in computers and meeting people through like digital means and like either VR or 2D or whatever, there needs to be a way to make sure ownership is not controlled by like the concept of ownership is not controlled by one company. And yeah, that's why I went into crypto voxels. So not yet. So I haven't created RealityChain yet, but like I went to crypto voxel. It was fun, walked around. Then during ETH Denver, it was like, oh, this is really cool. Like I think it was ETH Denver 20, forgot it was 2018 or 2019. 2019, I think. I think it was 2019 when they did crypto voxels for the first time. And it was and I was there, I was walking around, and I was like, this is really cool. I got to buy land here. I bought land. Not as much as you. Like I think you have more land than me, but I tried all the other ones. Also, Sandbox. I've tried a bunch of stuff. Somnium Space. And I liked it, but I find, and this is my own personal experience, since I did live in Indonesia, which is like, you know, it's a country without really good internet, and a lot of people don't have really good devices. CryptoVoxels ran kind of slow on mobile. It had mobile mode, but it's slow for a lot of people. So when I was throwing parties, adding my friends couldn't come in. And then Somnium Space, obviously you do need an application to have the full experience. Sandbox, ditto. So there's Decentraland, of course, everyone, was doing Decentraland, but it had no mobile support. So I was thinking like this is not what a metaverse should be. Like a metaverse, and I'm not saying I'm not saying we should revert back to Second Life. Second Life was not a very good metaverse either, in my opinion. I was thinking like metaverse should be mobile first. We should make sure that all these like tiny computers in your pockets can access the metaverse, because that's the only way you can get mass adoption. And yeah, that's where reality came from. That idea. I got some friends to help fund it, and we did get investment from Near, and thank you for that. Well, the Near investment arm, MetaWeb. We're still open for investors. We've been launching a lot of metaverses. We're going to launch a bunch more really soon. My favorite one that's coming up next is actually Miami themed. It's done in collaboration with a large Ethereum NFT collection. So yeah, that's coming soon.
Amazing. Okay, so we're running out of time with our interview, but I appreciate you taking moments out of your day to converse with us and talk about women in Web3 and building and your experiences and reality chain. Any last words you want to say to the people?
Yeah, I about women and the metaverse. There's a lot of things that you can contribute as a woman into like the metaverse side of things as well. Like if you're a I know there's a lot of women who are game developers and game designers, and the metaverse. But most of the metaverse is actually based on on game engines, and I think this is actually opening up a whole, I guess, a whole swathe of women who want to be part of like the crypto community and didn't know where to start. If you're already doing game design, why not try doing it for a crypto game? Why not try doing it for a crypto metaverse? And if you go to realitychain.io, you'll also see that our reality chain is actually very simplified in terms of metaverse. It's a 2D metaverse. It is deliberately 2D. By deliberately 2D, I mean you can basically use it on a phone, no 3D graphics required. Like I actually had it running on my e-reader. My e-reader had like 2 gigs of RAM. And that is actually kind of cool also for people who are artists, who are designers, who want to create avatars, don't have like 3D modeling skills. You can do so with like 2D avatars in reality chain. You can do it, you can create items, buildings, everything in 2D. It's fun. It's 2D, but it's isometric, so you can walk around. It's a whole plane. And yeah, try it out. Thank you for having me, Vandal.
You're welcome, Pandu. Thanks a lot, and speak soon. All right.
Speak soon.
What up, everybody? We are back and we are live. Big shout out to Pandu for the interview session speaking about women in Web3. We are now in our odd mix segments. This is where we showcase music, NFTs, and fresh Web3 music for the masses. So we're going to start off the segment with a feature on 100 Years of Women. This is a new project from Emily Faye and B Strack. This is where, as you can see on the screen, they're going to create 100 songs and 100 art pieces, with the aim to commission women in the creative industry and in the Web3 space. So they have a little promo video here. I want to show it to you so you can check it out and see what they have to say.
My name is Emily Faye. I'm a singer, songwriter and musician. I have been named as one to watch in Rolling Stones magazine, and I'm co-founder of a movement called Write Like a Girl, which champions women in music.
My name is Jay. I've worked as a professional musician for about 10 years now. I've been lucky enough to play some of the greatest festivals and venues across the UK and Europe. Over the last 18 months, I've had a successful career in the NFT space under the artist name as BeatDAO.
Now, coming up next is us speaking at NFT London and introducing our project.
Now, we're going to tell you about our project. It's called 100 Years of Women, and it consists of 100 songs with different lyrics, vocal phrasing, different solos, but the structure of the songs are all the same. We also have 100 one-of-one paintings that BeatDAO here has created. So this consisted of him painting 200 paintings and overlaying them with digital art to coincide with the music. It's called 100 Years of Women because each piece is a year in the life of a woman. So each one represents the age of 1 to 100.
Now, as this collection is only 100 pieces, we invite you today to sign up to our Discord and to jump onto our allow list.
Whilst we believe that the value of this project is the art and music itself, there are also some unique utility, with a chance to win a personalised song by Emily, custom artwork, some pieces from my Genesis collection, music tuition, and so much more.
A percentage of our profits will be going back to commissioning female creatives within our community to create pieces for our holders. And please sign up, and we look forward to connecting with you.
So it's a wonderful initiative brought to you by Emily Faye and BeatDAO. So if you're interested in being a part of that, go check them out. 100 Years of Women on Twitter. And moving to our next release here, this is Kazlab from France. She is part of Genius Corp. Big shout out to Mighty33. She just released a deluxe edition NFTs. There's a bunch of tracks here. And you can check this out at geniuscorp.fr. Again, all the links will be in the show notes, so make sure to see that on the DAOrecords YouTube channel. So I'm just going to play a track from here. This is called La Lune.
J'en reprends une, je regarde la lune. J'ai envie de terminer ce qui a jamais commencé. J'ai envie de m'enlever de cette réalité. Je suis un bug, j'ai mal analysé. Je pense à la mort quand je dis que je sors en fait. C'est une excuse pour me défoncer. Exister dans le monde irréel. Mais la vérité, je crois que c'est pas ma destinée. Je pousse les portes de ma conscience, je pousse les gens, ils sont trop gros. Et moi je suis petite, j'aimerais être comme vous, mais je suis dans ma tête. Et pourtant je me sens tomber d'une échelle. Je passe en dessous, ça porte pas chance, mais je m'en fous. J'en reprends une, je regarde la lune. J'ai envie de terminer ce qui a jamais commencé. J'ai envie de m'enlever de cette réalité. Je suis un bug, j'ai mal analysé. Qui veut entrer avec moi? Personne, vas-y, ça me saoule. Je sais même pas s'il y a des gens qui m'écoutent. Si ce que je fais, ça sert franchement. Est-ce qu'on pourra m'aimer un jour seulement? J'en reprends une, je regarde la lune. J'ai envie de terminer ce qui a jamais commencé. J'ai envie de m'enlever de cette réalité. Je suis en bug, j'ai mal analysé. J'en reprends une, je regarde la lune. J'ai envie de terminer ce qui a jamais commencé. J'ai envie de m'enlever de cette réalité. Je suis un bug, j'ai mal analysé.
Here you have it. That is La Lune. That's Kazlab with her new EP release with Genius Corp. I believe it's also available on OpenSea, so if you haven't had a chance to check her out, go listen to the music, y'all. We're going to move to another piece here. This is brought to you by DAOrecords for a series called Soundsplash, where 12 tracks were released over 12 weeks with metaverse event parties and all that stuff. And this was the lead track, brought to you by Major One. We also had Janine Anis, produced by Alex and JCB, with artwork from Noise 134. So we're going to play this tune here for y'all to check out. This is Respect the Architects.
They say that healing is a winner's game. That's how you know you're doing it right. Yeah, there's a feeling that things might change overnight.
Leaders of this new school, listen. I've been politicking, but negate politicians. Everybody want a pot to piss in, I'm limited edition. Respect these architects and stack blocks in top position. I'm in the booth, I'm in the spot, underground, back of the lane. Currency hot, NFT talk, nothing you drop to arrange. Back of the block, I want change. Creators struggle in chains. Biz don't work, artists they hurt, spot the lie rearrange. Crypto is worth the exchange. Music be heard for a change. Worth of the strange, playing these games, hope a giant for fame. Don't put me in that frame, Empress, got nothing to gain. Don't steal the soul, I'm told to lay low, burn stage and ghosts. So precious the whole story unfold, we maintain gods forever. Moon and stars, Mandela. Gifted my name, bonded blood, I never sever. Warrior song, queen, dreams endeavored. Respect to architects. Near structure and frame, down movement and game. Stitch and weave these sutras. Respect the stacks. Commodities gain, digital lanes. Technology change, so future. Respect the architects. Near structure and frame, down movement and game. Stitch and weave the sutras. Respect the stacks. Commodities gain, digital lanes, community change the future.
Dinasti lama tidak akan digulung merata. Cuma pertukaran itu kan terjadi juga. Adaptasi masa tanpanya drama. Walau ianya sementara, itulah makna gerak. Kejam maksimum kesannya itu masih lapar. Dan juga sering murung situ. Hidup di luar tapi masih kebulur gilu. Jadi gerak langkah ini makin jitu lebih kukuh. Digitalisasi jadi topik hibernasi. Apa yang terjadi kan jadi basi. Tetapi ku bekalkan data dalam mimpi. Garis jadi ilustrasi, makin lukis makin menjadi. Terima kasih kerana kurang dikaji. Uji, usah dipuji sangat, nanti naik hantu aku. Binasa itu cukuplah kerana cuma mahu bukan lebih buku. Lupakan segala yang mengundang pilu. Jadi sekutu bermutu. Ku syukur kerana masih diberi ilmu bila ku perlu. Terima kasih, ku bersyukur di situ, di situ.
They say that healing is a winner's game. That's how you know you're doing it right. Yeah, there's a feeling that things might change overnight. Why they wanna leave all the creators standing at the door? We ain't never been this out of work before. I would never do so, why you do it to me? Consume my art like you eat it for free. Tying your life upon this paper. Hey, you after me, they call that major. Tell them if it's not the way they made you. Educate them while they busy chasing paper, paper thin, paper white, paper lies, paper rich, paper poor, alibis, paper can break you down and make you blue. Crypto gon' let your work pay for you. I will never be starving. The artists round the world will take a part in. I'll bring plenty NFTs to the harvest. That's the energy I'm taking part in. Yeah. They say that healing is a winner's game. That's how you know you're doing it right. Yeah. There's a feeling that things might change overnight. Yeah.
All right, y'all, there you have it. That is Respect the Architects, Major 1, Noise 134, Janine, and it's produced by ALX and JCB. And we're going to move to our next joint. Now, don't forget, we've got all the links in the show notes. So if you like any of these tunes, you want to go check them out, you can do that. Hold up, Latasha. Wait a second. Here we go. Let's rewind this. This is the music video for Platter by Latasha. And why does it keep playing? Let's pause this. Okay, I'll bring the volume up here a little bit. I'm gonna bring this back. This is on our Zora. Let's do it.
Was running on my tippy toes, but fuck that, not no more, bruh. I got a bigger appetite now. A bitch gon' have to bite down. Go tell the whole nation I'm coming for my reparations. We changing what's on your station. Yeah. Roly-poly with you little niggas, I can never. Show me who the fuck is doing better. I've been doing me and laughing at your boys measure. Dollars while I sleep, yo, I just do this shit for asthma. Quiet with the riot while these niggas cheddar. If I speak, you best believe a ceiling getting shattered. Profit getting profit, everything I say it matters. Added to the plate, I eat it up and get another platter. It's been my way, ever since a fuckboy tried me, been checkmate, I took cake. Look around and just find out, don't doubt me, I got way. Yeah, I know you see that. Yeah, this glow believe that. I'm here for the ones you wouldn't show. And now you need that. You was trying to give me feedback. I was trying to get my free back. I was telling you I got this. You didn't want to believe that. Well, now you gon' see me get this crown. You gon' watch me take this down. I'ma be here for a while, yeah, babe. Roly-poly with you little niggas, I can never. Show me who the fuck is doing better. I've been doing me and laughing at these boys measure. Dollars while I sleep, yo, I just do this shit for pleasure. Quiet with the riot while these niggas chatter. If I speak, you best believe a ceiling getting shattered. Profit getting profit, everything I say it matters. Added to the plate, I eat it up and get another platter.
Now, if y'all already don't know Latasha, she's been super active in the music NFT space. You can find this track here, Platter, music video. Commit that for 0.1 ETH over on our Zora. We're going to finish up our music segment here with a new track on Sound XYZ from Studio Nouveau. Big up the whole Studio Nouveau fam for doing what they do in this space. So I'm going to play this track right here. It's called Vapors. Let's go. All right, y'all, that was Vapors by Studio Nouveau. That ends our Odd Mix segment. If you like the tracks that you heard today, make sure to go check the show notes of the recap video on YouTube to access the music. And we are going to continue on to our next segment right about now. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. This is it. This is the Odd News segment. We haven't had a whole lot of news this week, so I imagine next week's going to be pretty crazy. We have Eat Denver happening right now. A lot of stuff going on in the scene, in the industry happening. But I came across a few interesting articles, so I wanted to share this one. This is talking more about AI and how AI is now the common buzzword within the space, within the tech space in general, and looking at how, can we have an America's Got Talent winner in the metaverse? Can a metaverse AI win it? These are the questions that a lot of us are asking, a lot of things that we're trying to figure out, just trying to see, the influences and what AI is actually capable of. But of course, AI is just a tool. It takes people to inputs, keywords, and make these things happen. So, this I found very interesting. I don't know if I believe AI is conquering the music industry, but I think that there's a lot of elements of AI that people are going to use. Artists will use, and they're already starting to use it. You can see that in the art side of things with generative art and a lot of the different stuff that's happening there. But of course, AI is going to become a bit more sophisticated. If you want to check out this article, you can. It'll be in the show notes. We're going to move now to this article by Music Business Worldwide. It's just talking about Web3 technology in the music business. I found there was an interesting piece here that I wanted to just touch on. Now, let me see if I can talk about it. So here they're talking about the most talked about applications of Web3 technology in the music industry is NFTs. Now, we all know that's not necessarily true because everything is built on blockchain and it all comes from the underlying technology which enables NFTs in its current use case with music is by, pairing the music with the art and having that available for people to A, invest in, B, support and collect. So, they talk here that due to certain actions of certain parties, that apparently NFTs carry a stigma of instability and suspicion. Now, I can see where people might pick that up. If if you feel that way, please let us know. I personally don't, but maybe that's just me. You should have a read of this article here. We're talking, they're talking a lot about last year's big push into Web3 music and the technology touching the music industry and the music business. But we're in a bear market. Things are a bit different. There's not as much hype around Web3. Have a look. Let me know what you feel. Music Business Worldwide always has a great selection of articles to check out. So check them out, y'all. Another piece of news here, which I found very interesting, is Web3 music streaming platform ODDio3 is integrating TikTok. So now you can sign up for the application with your TikTok profile. I believe that's a TikTok login like you would with Google or Facebook or MetaMask, depending on what you want to use. And you can now use TikTok to stream songs that are on the platform. So, for example, I got my tracks up on ODDio3. Maybe you want to go to TikTok. You want to use my tracks in your TikTok video. Now, I'm not sure how that's actually going to work in terms of payment. And from what I remember when ODDio3 launched, and this is not me throwing shade or anything, but there were a lot of problems with, copyright infringement and people actually not being the rights holders of the music they've been uploading. I really hope that ODDio3 has figured that out because I like to use the platform. I think it's pretty cool. The UI UX is really easy, and there's a lot they can do with their tokens. So it's great to see more integrations. Again, this is the common theme we're seeing is Web2 companies, tech companies are integrating Web3 platforms into their products and services. So this is another great step forward for Web3 music. Now, also speaking about ODDio3, again, this is another piece of news that was just announced. Mini Royale, which is a game, has partnered with ODDio3 for in-game music. Now, this is pretty self-explanatory here. We're always looking for opportunities as musicians to get our music into a wide array of platforms and have people listen to them. So, again, this is ODDio3 integration with a game, Mini Royale. So make sure to check that out if you are interested. This is not really Web3 music oriented. Well, it is, but it comes from Ethermail, which is a new Web3 email service integrating, now if I'm not mistaken, unstoppable domains as well as ENS. So if you're an ENS name holder, you want to create your email, you can do that. But I thought this was really interesting because U-God, the member of the Wu-Tang Clan, I've just been watching the American Saga, the Wu-Tang story. Super into Wu-Tang, love Wu-Tang. So it's pretty cool to see here that U-God is releasing exclusive songs as NFTs. And it's quite interesting. There's not a whole lot of things here for you to check out, but they've got here ownership to an exclusive track, as well as a chance to win a custom-made vinyl. That's probably the Easter egg in the NFTs. So if you're interested in supporting U-God and his work and want to check out Ethermail, go ahead and do that. Of course, now we've got this piece here, which is from NFT Culture, NFT Korea Festival. Now, this is super cool to see a lot of NFT festivals happening around the world, especially being based out here in Asia. Now, it's happening on the 7th and 8th of March, which is next weekend or next week. And if you're in Korea area or you want to check it out, you can do that. There was some discussion here about NFT and Web3 music. So this is all NFTs, everything NFTs that you can think of, connecting with people out in Korea. Now, make sure if you are interested, you can check that out. Don't sleep, though. It's almost time for the festival. So check the show notes for the links. And that's it for our news segment. We're going to move into our next segment, which is Oddless, and I'll see you there in a second. All right, y'all, we are back. This is our Oddlist segment where we feature artists, charting artists on Endless, which, if you don't know, is a music creation and collaboration platform that also has Web3 integrations through Near with NFTs and all that good stuff. So we're going to select one of the tracks here from the weekly chart. This chart starts every Sunday. So this is the 27th of February through to the 6th of March. Now this here has caught my attention because I'm also a big MF Doom fan. So let's try this one right here. Red Sky Lullaby, Stunted Evolution. I'm interested in this. Definitely interested.
Scared money makes none. Take one. Be sure to flush before the jakes come. Oh, sharp. Specialty is flow art. Smart, but going circles like a go-kart. Jump into a conclusion, cause stunt your evolution. Like the trees dumped into some dust blunt fusion. Old cocktail of mine. Chemicals derail time. It's all good as long as he ain't inhaling swine. Dare to climb. Scared money makes none. Take one. Be sure to flush before the jakes come. Oh, sharp. Specialty is flow art. Smart, but going circles like a go-kart. Jump into a conclusion, cause stunt your evolution. Like the trees dumped into some dust blunt fusion. Old cocktail of mine. Chemicals derail time. It's all good as long as he ain't inhaling swine. Dare to climb. Scared money makes none.
Ooh. Hold on. All right. Wait. What's going on here? I guess it just jumped straight to the next track. But that's obviously a remix that the MF Doom, our rest in peace, has passed away. And Red Sky Lullaby has obviously created the music for that specific Doom verse. Unless, of course, it's AI. But I doubt that. So there you have it. That's Red Sky Lullaby right here. You can check them out on Endless FM. Follow them. They've got a whole bunch of tracks here. Riffs. If you're interested in exploring a new music creation and collaboration tool, make sure to go check out Endless with 3 S's .fm. Of course, this will all be in the show notes. And much love and much thanks to everybody who's tuned in. We are pretty much almost done the show, but you know how we do it each and every week. So I'll see you in the next segment. Here we go. Big up John Block. BeatDAO for the beat, y'all. Yeah. Hey, transmitting live on episode 5 of Midnight Marauder, but I don't jive. I've been around the world and I like a pirate, here to keep the peace and I don't get violent. I beat raps right out of my brain, leading packs to RealityChain. And when they're hungry, you know that I fed them words. Don't stray when you roam through the metaverse. Van Digital, the anti-criminal. Flow subliminal, movements pivotal. Now you're wondering where the heck the song went. Time to drop rhymes for the odd men. Create content like I do every week. On my feed, they be searching for the alpha leak. Here, pay critique. Come take a look. I keep rapping. I never planned a hook. I try to write a book, but I never finished. When I'm done, only God will be my witness. Leave a comment suited for the footnotes, but keep in mind, I'll only use the good quotes. That's real talk from my big mouth. I got some more tokens I'ma give out. Here, take this. You take that. Don't worry, I still got a fat stack. I'm not joking. This ain't funny. Don't you want some magic internet money? I bet you do. Now don't lie, I'm from the 6. I'm a fun guy for 1 year. Then I had to bounce. Flew to Colorado just a copper ounce. You know that I would if I could. Stuck in the hood, I'm only trying to do good. But sometimes, no. That's enough, y'all. That's enough, y'all. I'm out of here. One love. This is Vandal, the Rare Vandal, the Van Digital, and this is ODDio3, episode 5. Big shout out to Pandu from RealityChain. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week, all right? Peace out, y'all. One love.